Hi! So this is another video where I'm going to recommend a particular author, and today I'm going to talk about Shannon Hale, who I have actually only read her young adult fiction, so that's the only thing I can comment on, but I know she's written adult books as well, and I do plan on checking them out sometime in the near future. So maybe once I read some of those, maybe I'll do another video or something and say if I would still suggest them. The one thing I like about Shannon Hale, which the majority of her books I read, are the Books of Bayern, which I own two. I own Emma Burning and River Secrets, which are the second two books in the, or the second and third book, what am I talking about? The second and third books in the series. Goose Girl is the first, and Forest Born, oh I do own Forest Born. Well, I'm not going to go get it now, but I haven't read it. Forest Born is the last one. And this, and then Rapunzel's Revenge, which is a graphic novel I read by her as well, are all, let me put these down because I'm just going to be waving them around. They are fantasy stories, but I would consider them nice, clean, wholesome stories. They are probably young adult, but I think they bridge well into the middle grade viewership, like readership, like the content and plots of the stories I wouldn't be afraid to give to like a 9 or a 10-year-old, but I definitely think somebody older can enjoy them. I started reading them when I was about 20, 21, and I'm, oh my gosh, that's a long time. And I'm 25 now, and I still enjoy them for sure. The one thing I really like about Shannon Hale's books and her writing style, because she has a very nice voice, is that she doesn't rush things. And I think in today's world of books, especially fantasy or paranormal books, there tends to be this overwhelming reliance on like just action and rush and that's great and that's enjoyable, but sometimes you want to have a book that just breathes and it's just kind of relaxing and you don't feel like hyper stressed, and you can take a slower pace with the book and you don't feel like you're missing out on anything or anything like that. Like when I just actually finished River Secrets about a week or two ago, and book itself, like definitely her writing style is a slower pace, not slow like in a bad way, just slower paced. And even within the book, like the timeline of the book occurs over months and months. Like within chapters, months will pass. And I think that's very unusual. I mean, when you really think about the Mortal Instruments books, they take place over such a condensed period of time. And that's how most books I feel like are. And so this just gives you a different type of story, basically. And then they all have romances in them, basically. But I find them to be slow, like I said, like the rest of her books, where it doesn't feel as forced or maybe like insta-lovey as some books that are really fast and rushed can feel. They're just realistic, and they tend to grow out of a place of friendship and just spending time with each other and getting to know each other. Another thing is that these books are definitely clean romances. So there's usually some kissing, but it's like very few, very far between, not very graphically described or anything, which don't get me wrong, I read romance novels. I'm not afraid of a little like action, but it's kind of nice and refreshing to see something different. And again, that means I wouldn't be afraid to give these to like my younger cousin or anything like that, or be afraid that her parents might be upset if I gave them to her. And also maybe they would appeal more to young boys. I feel like young boys sometimes are kind of like the little boy in The Princess Bride, and they're like, ew, kissing. And so this could be a nice way for them to get into reading fiction, or fantasy fiction, reading in general. So like River Secrets, that's not River Secrets, River Secrets, for example, is told mainly from Razzo's point of view. So it's a boy's story in a world that maybe is normally dominated by women, I feel like. Additionally, her books are told in third person, which is like, whoa, third person. I love third person. I mean, first person is definitely growing on me, but third person is still my preferred reading world or whatever. So that's always nice, and I feel like in today's, I keep saying, I feel like basically everything I'm saying about her is she's just a breath of fresh air compared to other books that are out right now. And that's in her writing style, her voice, her content, and the point of view she chooses to write in, basically. I feel so many books are told in first person or dual perspective first person, and it's nice to be able to read a good, well-written, concise third person narrative, basically. As I do with these types of videos, I will give some recommendations. Basically, I would recommend the books of Bayern. So, like I said, that starts with Goose Girl, which follows one person, and then you go to End Up Burning, which follows a friend that you meet in Goose Girl, and then next is River Secrets, which is he's also in Goose Girl. And then the last one is Forest Born, which follows Razzo's sister. But I definitely would recommend them. I think they are great books. So if you have read any Shannon Hale and you have any thoughts on it, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below. If there's any authors you think are similar, let me know that as well. I wouldn't be afraid to check them out. And thanks for watching. Bye!